Good morning, yet again, and welcome to another episode of Deez recovery journey. I have been taking you through my recovery journey as I was somebody who found myself in alcoholism for about 10 to 12 years. So, the aim of this videos is to give hope to anybody who is still suffering in addiction that you can get out, and also to demystify what's out there regarding alcoholism so I can be able to educate you on something you may not know. So this may go well in case you have somebody in your family who is suffering from it, or in case you yourself are suffering from it. So it's just good to remember what I had touched on regarding alcoholism and what exactly it is. So remember, alcoholism is not just somebody who is fond of taking a drink. Alcoholism is somebody whose body, his genetic buildup, once exposed to alcohol, enables him to easily get into an addiction cycle, courtesy of what we call the X factor. It's good to note that, there are instances when I used to find myself smoking cigarettes, but I didn't get addicted to cigarettes. But you find that I don't have an X factor for cigarettes, but for alcohol, I do. So what alcohol does is that it tampers with the natural way of your dopamine levels, rather. And once it alters with that, your body only gets excited when you drink alcohol. So everything about happiness is tuned towards alcohol, and then you end up getting into a very vicious cycle. So in the last episodes, I was able to mention that I was fortunate enough to finish university, and I mentioned some of the things that aided into me finishing, like participating in sports and fitness, which was able to create a sort of balance. But there was still a problem. What I used to think is fun was actually just a remedy for addiction, which was going to come heavy on me, especially after uni, because now after uni you're on your own. Folks are not funding your activities. So I finished from USIU. I took a bit longer than normal for obvious reasons. And from there, my journey got worse. Man, I'm telling you, I lost some very good jobs. Like I got a job at Crown Paints, which they used to fly me out of the country to go and do some of their selling in East Africa, countries like Burundi and Rwanda. I didn't keep that job for long because of my addiction. And I used to really justify it, like this is fun, everybody has a drink every day. And yet, that fun was a problem. I mean, I also lost a job at EABL. Who loses a job at EABL? Courtesy of drinking. So I lost several opportunities, and I ended up finding myself getting into something that has shaped who I am. I mean, I was able to sell insurance because of how it worked. At the end of the day, no one is following up after you. It wasn't a 9 to 5. But I thank God for where I'm at now. I'll explain about what I'm currently doing in another video. But what's of most importance in this video is that you understand that alcoholism can eat into your years, but it's only God who can redeem those years. And through this phase I went through, I was able to meet somebody special in my life right now, my wife. And one thing I loved about her is she didn't judge me for who I was, but she saw who I could possibly be. And we started dating in my years of addiction, rather. And I thank God for her, because to be very honest, when I look back, I feel like there are instances, if she wasn't there, I probably would have died. Because when I met her is when now my episodes of going to hospital began. Because the body was tired. Alcohol is a chemical. It's not food, it's not milk. So it will take you to hospital. And it took me to hospital many times. I found myself admitted in HDU severally. And she was by my side. And she didn't understand also what I was going through. She used to just think that Daniel, yes, he has a problem, but I think it's something he can manage. But this is something I needed to go and get help on. So my wife was part of my support system through my alcoholic phase. And I want to just mention to anybody, because someone once asked me, Daniel, what do I do about my cousin, my brother, my husband who is stuck in alcoholism and he's always lying to me, or she's always lying to me about money? The most important thing you can do is understand what they are going through. When you understand what they are going through, you stop reacting in ignorance, because you understand this person has a problem, and the most you could do for them is try to get them help. They may be hesitant to receive the help you're offering, but what you could do is introduce them to people who are already in this journey, so they get to understand what alcoholism is. No one wants to be called an alcoholic because of what it's referred to. It's only defined by the actions, not by what it is inherently, So get to understand what it is, get to introduce. I mean, I do my best to meet families out there and help them with their loved ones who are stuck in this addiction cycle. It's a journey. It's a journey. So don't look at them. Don't point fingers at them. Just show them the love you can. Pray for them, and let's keep talking. I mean, if by any means I can help, introduce me so I can share my story with them and see how we can be able to get them to recover, or to get onto a journey of recovery. So that's another episode of Deez recovery journey. In the next episode, I will be able to tell you how I was able to start seeking direction to get help, because alcoholism can be tiring. There are days you wake up and you feel finished, and you just cry out to God, and you ask God, when will this end? But God is faithful, and He did it for me. And if He did it for me, He can do it for you. Besides that, I want to wish you all a blessed day. Keep watching. More is coming. Cheers.